Chapter 21. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The natural treasures were gradually refined, and the gold in Changfeng's blood became more and more intense. As the last natural treasure disappeared, Changfeng's blood surged wildly, and with a bang, a layer of golden eggshell-like film formed outside his body, wrapping him inside. Changfeng closed his eyes tightly, and remained motionless in the golden film, like a sculpture. Gradually, the golden film turned into gas and sank into his body. Suddenly, Changfeng opened his eyes, and a golden light flashed in his eyes. The first level of Xiantianshengdi was successfully cultivated. At this time, the blood in Changfeng's body had all turned golden, and the strength of his body was several levels stronger than before. Is this the difference between the top martial arts and ordinary martial arts? They are both at the peak of the acquired realm, but the difference in physical strength is so great. Changfeng sighed. However, Barbarian Bull Fist is only a white martial arts after all, so we can't expect too much. According to Xiantian Holy Body, after the first level of cultivation is successful, the physical body has the strength of a low-grade magic weapon, and after the second level of cultivation is completed, the physical body strength can reach the middle-grade magic weapon. It seems that the improvement is not great, but in fact, although the difference between the middle-grade magic weapon and the low-grade magic weapon is only one small level, the difference in strength is still very obvious. You should know that the first three levels of Xiantian Holy Body are the easiest to cultivate, and the difficulty soars from the fourth level, coupled with the bonus of Changfeng's copper skin and iron bones, blue, talent. His physical strength is comparable to that of a middle-grade magic weapon. Changfeng was not satisfied with the first level. The acquired realm is only the enlightenment of the road of martial arts, not even the beginning. The innate realm is the starting point of martial arts. Controlling the power of heaven and earth and flying in the air are no longer mortals. With the strength of Changfeng's mental strength in the early stage of the Grandmaster, the power of heaven and earth is no longer a secret in front of him. In order to make a splash in the entrance examination, and because the level of the cultivation method he practiced at that time was not high enough, and he did not have the method to control the power of heaven and earth, Changfeng chose not to break through the innate realm for the time being. Now, Changfeng's goal has been achieved. He has become a direct disciple of Huangting's sect, and the top cultivation method has been obtained. He has soared to the sky in just a few days, so, it's time to step into the innate realm. Changfeng took out the natural materials and treasures needed for the second level of Xiantian Holy Body, closed his eyes, and released his mental power. With the mobilization of mental power, the power of heaven and earth continued to surge. The power of heaven and earth is essentially spiritual energy, just a different name for martial arts and immortals. Martial arts use a powerful physical body to mobilize and compress the spiritual energy between heaven and earth for their own use. The immortal way absorbs spiritual energy into the body, improves one's own realm, thereby increasing the amount of spiritual energy in the body, improving the purity of spiritual energy in the body, and using one's own spiritual energy to perform spells or magical powers. Changfeng, who has already reached the fifth level of immortal Qi training, is naturally no stranger to spiritual energy. The second level of the Xiantian Holy Body was in operation, and the spiritual energy was as good as his arm. The treasures of heaven and earth were constantly consumed, and Changfeng's body was constantly condensed, and a little golden light was emitted from his blood. About an hour later, the treasures of heaven and earth were exhausted, and Changfeng's breakthrough was also nearing its end. With a bang, Changfeng suddenly floated in the air, as if an invisible force was holding him up. The innate realm was a natural outcome, and the second level of the Xiantian Holy Body was also successfully cultivated. The novel was taken from the Rawla's website. Close where you're reading it and support us on our website for more free novels. Now Changfeng's physical strength is comparable to that of a top-grade magic weapon. You know, a top-grade magic weapon is the best treasure that an ordinary foundation-building cultivator can use. Coupled with the defense bonus of the inner armor of the heavenly domain, it is estimated that neither the golden elixir or the great master can break Changfeng's defense. Changfeng was quite satisfied. If you want to go further on the road of cultivation, the ability to save your life is always the most important. As a top-level martial arts technique, Changfeng reached the peak of the innate realm as soon as he completed the second level of Xiantian Holy Body. don't think it's easy to complete the second level. The main reason is that Changfeng's mental power level is high enough, reaching the Grandmaster realm. In addition, Changfeng has prepared the natural treasures for practicing Xiantian holy body for him. Changfeng only needs to refine them. The natural treasures for the second level of Xiantian holy body cost at least hundreds of thousands of points in Huangting sect. This shows how much Changfeng values Changfeng. After breaking through to the innate realm, Changfeng mastered the ability to fly. After flying several circles in the quiet room, Changfeng finally satisfied his novelty. After all, he had been a human for 2 lives and had longed for flying in the sky for a long time. The immortal way reached the 5th level of the Qi refining realm, and the martial arts reached the peak of the innate realm. Changfeng's practice came to a small end. With a thought, he opened the immortal martial arts simulation system, and his own panel light screen appeared in his mind. Name, Changfeng, race, human, age, 16. Realm, peak of the Xiantian realm of martial arts, 5th level of the Qi refining realm of immortals, martial arts, hunting, gray, great accomplishment, bull fist, white, reaching the pinnacle, breath of rock, green, great accomplishment, Xiantian holy body, pink, 2nd level, great. Sun burning heaven sutra, pink, 1st level, Huangting sutra, orange, not yet started, mental power, Grandmaster's early stage, crushing fist intention, simulation points, 90 points, number of simulations, white times 2. Talents, boxing genius, blue, fighting master, blue, bronze skin and iron bones, blue, talent slots, 3, full, evaluation, you have soared to the sky, and the road to cultivation ahead is smooth. Come on, young man. Looking at his own panel, Changfeng couldn't help but be surprised. In the system evaluation, the level of Xiantian holy body, and Great Sun Burning Heaven Sutra, is level 6 pink, which did not surprise Changfeng. The evaluation of Huangting Sutra is actually level 8 orange, second only to the highest level of 7 colors, which surprised Changfeng. Changfeng chose the Huangting Sutra for the purpose of cultivating his mind. He felt that he had a simulation system, sufficient time for comprehension, faster mental progress, and a natural advantage in cultivating his mind. I didn't expect the Huangting Sutra to be so high level. I've really found a treasure. It seems that it may have been passed down by the Taoist ancestor, and it must contain the Supreme Avenue. Changfeng thought to himself, and decided to comprehend this sutra more in the simulation world in the future. Chapter 22. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Entering the Xiantian realm, Changfeng prepared to collect this month's true disciple reward, and then exchange some things from the sect protection formation. He didn't collect it before because he was only in the acquired realm at that time, and could only get 1,000 spirit stones and 1,000 exchange points. The Xiantian realm's true disciple reward is 10,000 spirit stones and 10,000 exchange points per month, which is 10 times more. Changfeng still knows how to collect it more cost-effectively. Connect the spirit power to the sect protection formation and choose to collect this month's reward. In an instant, a box of spirit stones appeared next to Changfeng. When he opened it, it was exactly 10,000 spirit stones. Changfeng couldn't help but sigh at the magic of the sect protection formation. I think the sect protection formation should be connected to the sect's treasure house, so that resources can be moved to his side instantly. This is much more reliable than the various express deliveries in my previous life. I couldn't help but complain in my heart. His exchange points also increased to 10,000 points, and Changfeng was ready to exchange for some treasures he needed. With his mental power entering the personal virtual space in the protective formation, Changfeng opened the exchange list with ease. 10,000 exchange points is not too much, but not too little. Forget about precious treasures such as top-level skills, magical powers, magic weapons, and magic treasures, and Changfeng is not short of such things now. After thinking about it, Changfeng was ready to exchange for a boxing method that suits his current stage. Selecting the boxing method column, various boxing methods came into Changfeng's eyes. 9 Suns Shattering Heaven Fist, top-level boxing method, mental power strength of the fusion realm and above, and can be practiced by understanding the meaning of the Great Sun Fist. When it is cultivated to perfection, the fist has the power of the 9 suns. burning everything and restraining all ghosts and monsters. 8 million exchange points plus silver medals can be exchanged. Star Tyrant Fist, top-level boxing technique, can be practiced by those with mental strength of the fusion realm and above, and who have comprehended the meaning of the star fist. When practiced to perfection, the fist is like a falling star, crushing everything. 8 million exchange points plus silver medals can be exchanged. Eternal Guardian, top-level boxing technique, can be practiced by those with mental strength of the fusion realm and above, and who have comprehended the meaning of the earth fist. When practiced to perfection, the defense is unparalleled, and it can be invincible among the same level. 8 million exchange points plus silver medals can be exchanged. Looking at the top boxing techniques in the exchange list, Changfeng was very yearning, but when he learned about the training conditions and exchange prices, he immediately gave up the idea. Compared with those top-level techniques, the exchange conditions of Huangting Sect's top-level boxing techniques have been reduced a lot. But think about it, the technique is the foundation, and the boxing skills are just a means of fighting. Moreover, the conditions for practicing these top-level boxing techniques are also very harsh, and basically only great powers can get started. Without thinking any more, Changfeng looked down at the light screen and searched for the fist technique that suits him at this stage. Earth-shaking fist. It can be practiced by those with mental strength of Grandmaster level and above and who have comprehended the meaning of the earth fist. When practiced to perfection, a punch will shake the earth and mountains. 9,000 redemption points are available. Sky-shattering fist. It can be practiced by those with mental strength of Grandmaster level and above and who have comprehended the meaning of the smash fist. When practiced to perfection, it is indestructible and can crush everything with a punch. 9,000 redemption points are available. Fire Sun Fist. It can be practiced by those with mental strength of Grandmaster level and above and who have comprehended the meaning of the Sun Fist. When practiced to perfection, a punch can greatly enhance the power of the Sun Fist, and the fist wind is accompanied by flames. 9,000 redemption points are available. There are many fist techniques that can be practiced by the mental strength of the Grandmaster level, and there are basically fist techniques with various attributes of fist techniques. Further down, there are some boxing techniques suitable for practitioners who have not yet comprehended the meaning of boxing. The required exchange points dropped sharply, and each technique was about 100 exchange points. After considering for a moment, Changfeng chose a boxing technique called 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist. This boxing technique is suitable for practitioners who have comprehended the meaning of shattering fist and whose mental strength has reached the level of Grandmaster. After spending 9,000 exchange points, the exchange was successful, and a jade slip for passing on the skills suddenly appeared and stuck on Changfeng's forehead. After a while, the power transmission was completed. Changfeng roughly comprehended the 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist. This boxing technique has 3 levels. The first level is called Shattering Mountains and Rivers, the second level is called Shattering Sun and Moon, and the third level is called 8 Desolations Broken Jade. This boxing technique can greatly increase the power of the shattering fist, and diligent practice can enhance the strength of the fist. When practiced to the third level, the strength of the fist can be comparable to that of a strong person in the realm of heaven and man. Fist intention has different strength and attributes. After comprehending the fist intention of the attribute, the strength of the fist intention is related to the realm of spiritual power. For example, the Great Sun Fist intention of the Grandmaster's spiritual power realm and the Great Sun Fist intention of the fusion realm. Although both are Great Sun Fist intention, their power is definitely not the same. At this point, Changfeng is no longer confused about his path of cultivation, and the direction of progress has been clear. Immortal Path. Practicing Great Sun Burning Heaven Sutra, martial arts, and practice Xiantian Holy Body. The two are the cornerstones of one's own breakthrough realm. Through the Xianwu simulation system, practice in different simulated worlds to quickly enhance one's own mental strength realm. The mental strength that exceeds one's own cultivation by several major realms will feed back to oneself in the real world and speed up one's own cultivation speed. The high-level mental power can not only increase the power of one's fist intention, but also allow oneself to use higher-level magic weapons and spiritual treasures, so as to achieve cross-realm enemies. The talent given by the Xianwu simulation system can also increase his cultivation speed and enhance combat effectiveness. Today, Changfeng has reached the peak of martial arts cultivation, the 5th level of immortal cultivation. The physical strength has reached the level of top-grade magic tools, the mental strength and fist intention have reached the early stage of Grandmaster, and with the bonus of the fighting master's talent, he can already compete with the strong man at the peak of the Grandmaster realm. After all, there are very few Grandmasters who can practice the Xiantian holy body level martial arts, and the physical strength of ordinary Grandmasters is far from reaching the level of top-grade magic tools. When Changfeng practices 8 Desolation's broken jade fist to perfection, and then activates the 3 magic weapons given by the master, the masters of the heavenly realm are not impossible to challenge, fighting against enemies across 3 major realms. This kind of genius has only been recorded in the upper realm, and has never been heard of in the lower realm. There are still 1,000 exchange points left. Changfeng thought about it and didn't keep it. He exchanged some supplies in the dojo through the sect protection formation, some seeds and seedlings of spiritual medicines, low-level spiritual beast cubs, some spiritual teas for entertaining guests, spiritual bamboo planted in the dojo and the mountain, etc., all in bits and pieces for 800 exchange points. After leaving the quiet room, Changfeng planted the spiritual medicine in the medicine garden, raised the spiritual beast cubs in the animal pen, and planted spiritual bamboo on the open space in the dojo. There is no need for any tricks. With such a rich spiritual energy in the Taoist temple, it can grow as soon as it is planted. Unlike other practitioners, the spiritual plants and animals that Changfeng exchanged are not some species used for alchemy or guarding the house. He exchanged for species used to make delicious food. In the animal pen, looking around, there are all top-quality ingredients such as 8 treasure chicken, long muscovy duck, and earth-walking cattle. Looking at the brand-new Taoist temple scene, Changfeng nodded with satisfaction. With these ingredients, my superb cooking skills will not be wasted. I will have the opportunity to make some delicious food for master to taste. Changfeng thought to himself. Chapter 23. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After sorting out his own strength and determining his direction, Changfeng prepared to continue to enter the simulation world to practice. He returned to the quiet room where he was in seclusion and counted the resources on hand. In terms of spirit stones, he had more than 10,000 on hand, which was enough to simulate 10 blue simulation worlds. If simulation points were still insufficient, he could also exchange them with the pills given by the master, so the simulation points were enough for a short period of time. Before taking the entrance examination, the last world that Changfeng simulated was a green-level evil ghost world. In this world, he learned how to use the breath of rock. At that time, he planned to lock this world after the simulation points were sufficient to further explore the mystery of the breathing method. However, it seems that the upper limit of the power of the green simulation world is still too low. The breath of rock has a limited bonus for Changfeng now. It will cost 1,000 simulation points to lock this world, and Changfeng feels a little unworthy. However, thinking of that desperate world where ghosts eat people, because of his existence, he has more than 100 years of peace, and people respect and worship him from the bottom of their hearts. Changfeng felt that he needed to go there again and kill the Ghost King. 1,000 simulation points are not expensive, just a fraction of the monthly salary. Just think of it as practicing boxing in there. Changfeng convinced himself. He took out 2,000 spirit stones and exchanged them all for simulation points. Changfeng chose to lock the last evil ghost world. Ding, the green world is locked successfully. The host can consume 100 simulation points to simulate this world once. Consume 100 simulation points and start simulation. Target, the locked green world. Simulation is about to begin. World introduction, omitted. Host chooses 3 from the following talents. Feeding, gray you may jump into the mouths of various creatures at any time. Ballet, green you have a superb talent for ballet, elegant and timeless. Forgetfulness, white what is the effect of this talent? Bald Chang, white you are a natural lumberjack. Changfeng took a glance at a bunch of rubbish talents, and without hesitation, he took the 3 talents of boxing genius, blue, fighting master, blue, and bronze skin and iron bones, blue, and started the simulation directly. 0 years old, you were born, 9.9 gene, a big fat boy. 10 years old, you said goodbye to your parents and prepared to travel far away. Your parents were worried that you were still young and it was unsafe to go out, but seeing that you were more robust than an adult, they still agreed. 12 years old, you joined the Demon Slayer Corps. At this time, you learned that 50 years have passed since the death of Ming Wang, and there is no one you know in the Demon Slayer Corps. 13 years old, your rock breathing improved rapidly, and you integrated it into your boxing. Soon, your strength made you the captain of the Demon Slayer Corps. In the same year, you began to practice 8 Desolate Jade Fist. 15 years old, you are already the strongest in the Demon Slayer Corps. Just as the captain died, you naturally became the new captain of the Demon Slayer Corps. 16 years old, gradually, evil spirits reappeared in the world. It turned out that the Ghost King thought that Ming Wang should have died, so he decided to come out again and occupy the world again. 17 years old, you met the destiny protagonist of this world, a 13-year-old boy. His family was killed by the Ghost King, leaving only him and his sister who had just turned into a ghost. You were surprised that the sister who turned into a ghost regained her consciousness. You stopped the other members of the Demon Slayer Corps who wanted to kill his sister, and brought the brother and sister back to the Demon Slayer Corps. From the Destiny protagonist, you learned that he was the descendant of the founder of the breathing method in ancient times and mastered the method of the sun breathing. 18 years old, you learned the method of the sun breathing from the Destiny protagonist. The power of this initial breathing method surprised you. It contains the power of the sun. Sun breathing, 19 years old, the 12 new evil spirits created by the Ghost King raided the headquarters of the Demon Slayer Corps, and the Ghost King himself did not appear. In order to avoid alerting the enemy, you did not take action. The other captains of the Demon Slayer Corps resisted the attack of the evil ghosts with difficulty and repelled them. In this battle, the protagonist of Destiny awakened an ability called the Transparent World, which you are quite interested in. 20 years old, the Demon King is sure that Ming Wang is dead, and there is no more peerless strongman in the Demon Slayer Corps. On New Year's Eve, the Demon King led the evil ghosts to raid the Demon Slayer Corps headquarters. As soon as he appeared, he was firmly locked by your fist, and there was nowhere to escape. With just one punch, the Demon King was beaten into ashes and disappeared. You will never forget the incredible look of the Demon King before he died, because it was really interesting. The rest of the ghosts were also cleared by you after being wiped out. The Demon King was lost, and the source of blood was gone. The evil demons were destined to disappear from this world. 22 years old, human medicine broke through, and the sister of the destined protagonist became a human again. 25 years old, there were no more evil demons in the world, and the Demon Slayer Corps was disbanded. The captains and members of the Demon Slayer Corps returned to their hometowns, got married and had children. You also lived in seclusion. 35 years old, the first level of your 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist was refined, and the fist intention was improved. 40 years old, you, who have practiced the sun breathing to perfection, have realized the Transparent World. This is a magical ability that can amplify your own perception, understand the weaknesses of the enemy's body, and greatly improve your combat ability. 50 years old, hard practice of boxing. 60 years old, hard practice of boxing. 70 years old, the former members of the Demon Slayer Corps died one after another, and you attended their funerals. 90 years old, hard practice of boxing. 120 years old, your lifespan is exhausted, you die. This simulation ends. After the simulation ends, the insights of this simulation are continuously transmitted to Changfeng Sea of Consciousness, and it takes only a cup of tea to digest it. Changfeng's spiritual power realm has improved, and there is a tendency to reach the middle stage of the Grandmaster. The first level of 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist has also been refined, and the shattering mountains and rivers can be used. I just wanted to go in and kill the Ghost King, but I didn't expect to get such a reward. The breathing of the sun and the Transparent World are really good things. Changfeng couldn't help but sigh, and this time, I met a destined protagonist. What kind of thing can have a protagonist? Changfeng fell into deep thought. Is this evil ghost world the world created by my previous life's work? Damn, I didn't see enough in my previous life. Besides, there is no such a cowardly villain. This ghost king is really a scumbag. Changfeng couldn't help but complain. In his previous life, he only watched some famous animations, movies and novels, and was not a fan. Otherwise, he could get more benefits if he understood the plot. Without thinking too much, Changfeng clenched his fist with one hand, and golden red flames burned on his fist. This was the power of the sun breathing at the great accomplishment realm could not only increase Changfeng's boxing power, but also help him comprehend the great sun-burning heaven sutra. These more than 1,000 simulation points are worth spending. Changfeng was very happy. Chapter 24. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the novice gift package, 3 white simulation times that match oneself were given. Changfeng only used it once and simulated the martial arts world. There he achieved a qualitative improvement, his mental strength improved by leaps and bounds, and his strength changed dramatically. It can be said that if Changfeng had not experienced the simulation of the martial arts world, he would most likely be an outer disciple when he participated in the entrance examination. If he was lucky, he would be accepted as an inner disciple, and he would not even think about becoming a true disciple. Now there are 2 white simulation times that match oneself left, which Changfeng was reluctant to use at the time and left behind. Before, Changfeng felt that this kind of simulation times that matched himself 100% was very precious, and he didn't think about using it all at once. But now it seems that he made a mistake. No matter how the white simulation world matches himself, it is still white, and its power system is no longer of much help to Changfeng now. These 2 simulation opportunities have become a chicken rib existence, tasteless to eat, but a pity to throw away. If I had used these 2 white simulations before the entrance examination, my strength would have been even better. It seems that when I encounter this kind of situation in the future, I have to be more decisive and improve myself first. Changfeng thought to himself and decided to use these 2 white simulations. Sure enough, Changfeng entered the martial arts world for 2 consecutive simulations. In the simulation world, before he was 20 years old, he was already invincible and swept through all the heroes in the martial arts world. The martial arts secrets in the martial arts world were too low for him to refer to. Due to the low level of the world, the practice of 8 desolate broken jade fist in these 2 simulation worlds was not ideal, and there was basically no progress, and it was still hovering at the first level. However, it is worth mentioning that the second white simulation world was the world of Tianlong Babu, a martial arts novel that Changfeng liked very much in his previous life. This confirmed his previous guess that some simulation worlds were reflected in various works in his previous life. The world lines of the simulated world are coherent, and my experience in the simulated world will be reflected in the next simulation of the same world. These different simulated worlds should exist in reality, but they are not in the same time and space as the Xianwu world I am in now. In essence, each simulation is my soul and spiritual power traveling to that world. So, I can only bring back the improvement and understanding of spiritual power, and I can't bring back cultivation in specific physical objects. This makes sense. Changfeng guessed in his heart, if this is true, then from the clues I have learned now, the world I am in now is very likely to be a subsidiary world of the legendary prehistoric world. Changfeng was shocked. There was no way, that was the prehistoric world, created by the great god Pangu. The Daluo was worse than a dog, and there were quasi-saints everywhere. However, soon, Changfeng was excited again. If it's really as I guessed, then the level cap of the world I live in is high enough. According to the system's standards, it should be the 7-color level. That's good, so that I have the opportunity to climb to the peak and achieve the highest. Changfeng further strengthened his heart of Taoism. Now his cultivation path has just started, and there is still a long way to go in the future. After 3 consecutive simulations, Changfeng felt that he could improve his cultivation. The 2 paths of immortality and martial arts should go hand in hand. This is the basic strategy that Changfeng set for himself. Nowadays, the martial arts has reached the peak of the innate realm, and the immortal path is only the 5th level of the Qi refining realm, so Changfeng is going to improve his own immortal cultivation next. After all, if the immortal path does not reach the peak of the 9th level of Qi refining, his martial arts cultivation cannot break through to the Grandmaster realm. Feeling the time, it was just before sunrise in the morning. Changfeng left the quiet room where he was in seclusion and came to the top of Xiaozhu Peak. At this time, the sun was rising in the east, and the first ray of sunlight shone on the earth. Changfeng sat cross-legged on the ground with his eyes closed, practicing the method in the Great Sun-Burning Heaven Sutra. He saw a stream of purple air gradually condense, and as soon as it took shape, it sank into his body. After a cup of tea, Changfeng opened his eyes and felt warm all over. Every day when the sun rises, the first ray of sunlight contains innate purple air, which shines on all things. There is a method in the Great Sun-Burning Heaven Sutra that can extract a stream of innate purple air and refine it into the body. There is no big effect in a short period of time, but if you persist for a long time, it will be of great benefit to comprehending the true meaning of the sun and breaking through the realm of the Great Sun-Burning Heaven Sutra. Cultivation is a slow process, and there is no time limit for cultivation. Once you step into the path of cultivation, your concept of time is different from that of ordinary people. The lifespan of ordinary people is at most 100 years, and they rush for their daily livelihood. After 100 years, only a handful of yellow earth is left. Entering the 7th level of Xiantian or Qi refining, lifespan is greatly increased, free from disasters and calamities. One can live for 300 years, and does not need to worry about food, eat wind and drink dew every day, absorb the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. Grandmaster or foundation building realm, lifespan 500 years. Golden elixir or great grandmaster, lifespan 1000 years. Entering the heavenly man or nascent soul realm, you can have a lifespan of 3000 years, and the realm of transformation or land immortals can live for 5000 years. Once the immortal and martial arts are united, step into the fusion realm, become a great power, and you can increase your lifespan by 10,000 years. Entering the realm of crossing the tribulation, you can add 50,000 years of life, after crossing the heavenly tribulation. And entering the Mahayana realm, there is no worry about lifespan, but you can stay in the lower realm for a maximum of 100,000 years. After 100,000 years, if there is no special means, you will be forced to ascend to the upper realm and become a true immortal. The improvement of life level is so mysterious. For great practitioners, it may be a little closed, and the life of a mortal is over. Changfeng is now in the innate realm, with a lifespan of 300 years, and there is still plenty of time for cultivation. For ordinary immortal cultivators, it would take decades to practice from the 1st level of Qi refining to the 9th level of Qi refining without bottlenecks. Changfeng felt that he should be able to reach the 9th level of Qi refining soon. The sun-breathing of the Great Accomplishment Realm gave him a deep understanding of the Great Sun-Burning Heaven Sutra, and the aura of the true disciples was very rich, so the speed of practice was definitely rapid. First set a small goal for myself, to reach the 9th level of Qi refining within a month. In this way, Changfeng practiced the Great Sun-Burning Heaven Sutra in seclusion every day, absorbing the aura of heaven and earth, and his immortal cultivation improved rapidly. Of course, he would take out an hour every day to practice the 8 desolate jade fist. After all, the fist way requires a fist to be kept in hand, and only by working hard every day can you go further. In a blink of an eye, more than 20 days passed. That day, Changfeng walked out of the dojo, wearing the dark white clothes of the true disciples, with a happy face. After more than 20 days of seclusion, his immortal cultivation reached the peak of the Qi refining realm, and he could break through to the foundation establishment stage with a further step. Now, Changfeng's cultivation in both immortal and martial arts is finally equal, and he can consider breaking through to the next realm. After staying in the dojo for almost a month, Changfeng was ready to go out for a walk and get some fresh air. Not long after leaving the dojo, he saw a group of inner disciples coming towards him. The leader was the young man who stood at the front when Changfeng summoned all the disciples that day. Changfeng's heart trembled, but his expression remained unchanged, and he went to meet them. Chapter 25. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hello, senior brother. The inner disciples saluted, "You are too polite. I wonder why you came to see me." Changfeng replied, "Senior brother is really a hardworking person. He has been practicing in seclusion since he entered the sect. He is really a role model for us. We have always wanted to meet senior brother. We want to get to know each other, but we saw that the Xiaozhu Peak formation has been closed. We are afraid that it will affect senior brother's practice, so we have not visited him. We just received a notice from the Guardian formation and learned that senior brother's seclusion has ended, so we came to visit him." The leading young man explained, "It's different from what I thought. Aren't these people here to cause trouble?" Changfeng was a little confused. Don't hit a smiling person, and it is forbidden for fellow disciples to fight each other in the sect, unless they are sparring in the martial arts field. So Changfeng was not worried that they would harm him, so he enthusiastically took them into the Xiaozhu Peak dojo. In the dojo, everyone sat down in the main hall. Changfeng waved his hand and served everyone spiritual tea. During the tea break, everyone introduced themselves. There were about 20 inner disciples in total, all of whom were disciples accepted by the elders and guardians of Tianjiao Peak, except for Changfeng. The youngest one had been in the mountain gate for 10 years. For this entrance examination, the elders and guardians of Tianjiao Peak did not accept any disciples. The one with the highest cultivation level was the young man in the lead, named Lu Chuan, who was a disciple accepted by the great elder of Tianjiao Peak, Gu Tianchang. He had reached the realm of heaven and man in martial arts and the realm of Yuanying in immortality. He had been in Huangting sect for 300 or 400 years. Lu Chuan practiced both immortal and martial arts in the top-level techniques. He was an absolute genius. Before, the strength of Tianjiao Peak was estimated to have reached the level of land immortals. Changfeng was far from being his opponent. 100 years ago, Lu Chuan served as the acting senior brother of Tianjiao Peak until today. During this period, he proposed to his master to resign from this position many times, but he was unsuccessful. "Brother Qi, I know you have doubts in your heart. To be honest, I have long wanted to give up this position. In terms of talent, I, Lu Chuan, feel that I am okay, but in front of those true disciples of the main peaks, I am not good enough. Everyone in the Huangting sect knows that our peak master does not accept disciples. Our Tianjiao Peak does not even have a true disciple. In terms of strength, Tianjiao Peak can be ranked in the top 20 among the 108 main peaks. It is not one of those weak peaks at the bottom. Every time I go out to take charge, I am bullied by those true disciples. My master is now I am the only disciple now, and I am not short of resources. I have considered whether I can be promoted to a true disciple before. Later, I also figured it out. With my talent, I can cultivate to the fusion realm, which is already a blessing. The peak master is unlikely to promote me as a direct disciple. If I have that time, I might as well retreat to comprehend or travel outside the sect. In case I encounter a great opportunity, I will have a chance to make further progress." Lu Chuan is also open-minded. He keeps outputting, which makes Changfeng stunned. "I am really happy that senior brother Qi is accepted as a true disciple. With senior brother Qi's unparalleled talent, he will definitely be able to enhance the reputation of our Tianjiao Peak." The other inner disciples also echoed, and everyone knew that Lu Chuan had wanted to resign a long time ago. Lu Chuan doesn't want to do it. Other inner disciples want to do it, but they don't have the support of the master. This senior brother is really the only one I can do. Changfeng thought about it and felt a little amused. "Junior brother, what are you talking about? We will need your support in the future. After all, Tianjiao Peak belongs to all of us." Changfeng took out some of the spirit wine he had exchanged before. Everyone was chatting in the Xiaozhu Peak dojo, and the atmosphere gradually became lively. When the excitement reached a peak, someone suddenly said, "I heard that senior brother is a peerless genius. I wonder if you can open the eyes of junior brothers and sisters." "Yes, senior brother, why not take this opportunity to show off your skills?" When everyone heard this, their eyes lit up and they agreed. Changfeng's realm is relatively low now. If he doesn't take this opportunity to learn from him, he will probably be beaten when his realm is improved. When Changfeng heard this, he was also full of heroic spirit. Okay, let's learn from each other today. I have entered the Xiantian realm now. Those of you who are below the Tianren realm can come freely. Everyone was shocked when they heard this. According to the information from the sect protection formation, Changfeng was a top-level master who had comprehended the meaning of boxing during the entrance examination. Now, even if he has entered the innate realm, can he still be invincible in the Grandmaster realm in just 1 month? You must know that all the people present are inner disciples of the Huangting sect, and their skills and magical powers are all first class. They are not wild grandmasters from outside. Big brother, Huang requests your guidance. At this time, an inner disciple stood up and said, this person is called Huang Shan, an inner disciple accepted by an elder of Tianquan Peak, and has been in the sect for about 100 years, practicing both immortal martial arts, and his realm is Jindan/mid-stage grandmaster. Okay, junior brother Huang, please. Changfeng said, and brought everyone to the martial arts arena. Changfeng and Huang Shan stood in the martial arts arena, not far away, and both were ready to go. Junior brother Huang has entered the Grandmaster realm for a while, and the immortal martial arts he has practiced are all first class. In terms of strength, he can compete with ordinary early-stage heavenly masters. Do you think that senior brother can be his opponent? I don't know, but I think junior brother Huang should be able to win. After all, senior brother has practiced for too short a time. Even a peerless genius needs time to grow. Indeed, I don't know how long senior brother can hold on. We'll know after we see. Near the martial arts arena, the people watching the battle were talking about it. At this time, Changfeng and Huang Shan's application for competition had been approved by the sect protection formation. If one side loses, the sect protection formation will separate them to avoid life-threatening situations. Begin. The two men mobilized their whole body's blood and rushed straight towards each other, shatter the mountains and rivers. Changfeng punched out, Huang Shan's face changed drastically, and he mobilized his whole body's fist, shake the earth. The same punch was thrown, and a vacuum zone appeared where the two sides fought. Changfeng and Huang Shan both took 2 steps back. In terms of fist power, the two sides were evenly matched. How is it possible? Junior brother Huang's shaking the earth fist has already been refined to the 2nd level. How can the fist power be equal to that of senior brother's 8 desolations shattering jade fist, 1st level? Lu Chuan was puzzled. He didn't know that it was the blessing of the boxing genius and the talent of the fighting master that made Changfeng's fist power even more powerful. In the martial arts arena, the two fought again. After testing each other's fist, both sides stopped making fancy long-range attacks. When they got close, punches hit the flesh, and bursts of metal and iron rang out on the field. Huang Shan's fist is the fist of the earth, plain and unadorned, yet extremely heavy. Junior brother Huang is practicing the martial arts technique of the earth divine body. Although it is not as good as the top martial arts techniques in the sect, it is not much different. At the Grandmaster level, his physical body can be comparable to a top-grade magic weapon. In addition, he is wearing a lower-grade magic weapon inner armor, so his physical strength can reach that of a lower-grade magic weapon. He is only 50-50 with the eldest brother. Looking at the golden blood around the eldest brother, he should be practicing the top martial arts technique of our sect, the mysterious heavenly sacred body. However, when the mysterious heavenly sacred body is cultivated to the innate level, the physical body can only be comparable to a mid-grade magic weapon. How can it be so strong? Lu Chuan's eyes almost popped out. In the martial arts arena, the two fought for more than a dozen rounds. With his superb combat experience and the blessing of the talent of a master of fighting, Changfeng gained the upper hand, and Huang Shan could only passively take the beating. Everyone was too tired to complain. Which of these two had been practicing for more than 100 years? This fighting skill is simply outrageous. Huang Shan saw that he could not win the battle, so he prepared to fight a war of attrition. After all, he was at the level of a grandmaster, and his blood and spiritual power were stronger than Changfeng. He saw that his earth fist intention was contracted and protected around his body, focusing on defense, like a turtle shell. with the properties of the earth fist in tension, Changfeng could not do anything to him for a while. Chapter 26. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing this, the disciples watching the fight near the martial arts arena couldn't help but curl their lips. How can senior brother Huang be like this? He has to drag it out when he can't win. A woman in yellow said indignantly, what can we do? It's even more embarrassing to lose to the innate realm at the level of a grandmaster. Junior brother Huang just doesn't want to lose too badly. Lu Chuan said with a smile, today I really opened my eyes. For the first time, I know that the innate realm can still have such fighting power. The peerless genius is really worthy of his reputation. Lu is convinced. The other disciples also echoed, in the martial arts arena, seeing Huang Shun adopting a defensive tactic, Changfeng was a little speechless. Do you really think I can't break your tortoise shell? Changfeng thought to himself, sun breathing, open. Changfeng's physical speed and strength increased greatly, and golden red flames appeared on his fists, transparent world, open. Changfeng felt that his perception was magnified several times. Huang Shun's movements seemed to slow down in his eyes, and his weaknesses were revealed, break it for me. A punch was thrown, and Huang Shun didn't have much time to react. His body-protecting fist was broken, and he turned into a stream of light and fell on the stage of the martial arts arena. Junior brother Huang, I'm sorry. Changfeng bowed and looked at Huang Shun under the stage. There was silence near the martial arts arena, and everyone was surprised. Thank you, senior brother, for showing mercy. Huang is convinced of the defeat. Huang Shun stood up and thanked. After Changfeng broke his tortoise shell, he didn't use any ruthless hands, but just used the wind of his fist to knock him off the martial arts arena, so Huang Shun didn't suffer any injuries. As Huang Shun thanked him, everyone reacted. What was that just now? How did Huang Shun lose in an instant? I can't see it clearly either. I feel that the flame contains the power of the sun, but it doesn't look like the sun fist. The eldest brother must have used some secret method to instantly improve his strength. Everyone was talking about it. Okay, the competition is over. Let's go back to the hall to continue drinking. Changfeng called. Everyone stopped talking and returned to the hall. After this battle, these inner disciples admired Changfeng very much. He is talented, has a strong backing, and is humble. He doesn't have the arrogance of a peerless genius. Where can you find such a eldest brother? Everyone drank for about 2 hours before they were satisfied. Before leaving, Changfeng and them added the contact information of the sect protection formation. In the future, if there is anything in the sect, they can receive it directly by sending a message. After seeing off this group of fellow disciples, Changfeng returned to the dojo. I have officially established myself in Tianquan Peak. This group of junior brothers and sisters are quite interesting. Changfeng couldn't help but smile. However, I still have to keep working hard. After all, I basically used all my skills to defeat an inner disciple of a mid-stage grandmaster. After this incident, Changfeng no longer wanted to go out and decided to go back to continue his retreat. Back in the quiet room, Changfeng sat cross-legged and connected his mental power to the sect protection formation. Just now at the banquet with his fellow disciples, they often mentioned something called the communication platform in their conversations. It is a function of the sect protection formation. Listening to the description, it feels like a forum in my previous life. Changfeng was very curious. After connecting to the sect protection formation, he found this function. With a thought, a light curtain appeared in front of him, with dense information flashing on it. It is detected that you are using the communication platform for the first time. Please give yourself a virtual name, or use your real name. Suddenly, a message prompt came, and Changfeng hurriedly chose to give himself a virtual name. Nonsense, which serious person would go online with a real name, not afraid of social death in a minute? After giving himself the name, Special Chef, Changfeng began to browse the communication platform. After looking for a while, he found that this communication platform was similar to the Chiaba in his previous life, where he could post and comment on other people's posts. The communication platform has 5 different channels, divided into outer disciples, inner disciples, true disciples. elders and guardians, and peak masters and sect masters. With his authority, he can only enter the first 3 channels, there is no doubt. Just look at the channel name to know who is used, and high-level practitioners can post and leave messages in low-level channels. The most lively channel on the communication platform is the outer disciple channel. After all, the Huangting sect has the most outer disciples, and there should be many inner disciples and true disciples pretending to be new in the outer disciple channel. Changfeng clicked into the outer disciple channel, and the types of posts are varied. Some are asking for help, some are exchanging gossip information, some are trading natural treasures, and even some are looking for a Taoist partner. Posts with more comments and more popular posts will be pinned to the top. Click on a popular post and it will be pinned to the top. It's been almost a month. The entrance examination has just ended. Are there any well-informed Taoist friends who can share their thoughts? I heard that this time, a peerless genius emerged from the entrance examination and was accepted as a true disciple by the head of Tianjiao Peak. I don't know if it's true or not. From riding a flying sword to wander. It's true. I'm a new disciple. I'm here. From one-eyed iron-eating beast, wow, I caught a new bee. Is he a junior brother or a junior sister? From masked man. You've been an old hand for many years, and you still want to eat young grass. Get lost. From angry frog, I asked my master. I heard that he is a peerless genius who has comprehended the meaning of boxing in the acquired realm and has the combat power of a peak master. From tiger skin phoenix claw, wow, is that an inner sect or true disciple brother upstairs? Please support him. From variety enchantress, our 5 elements peak head has accepted a new inner sect disciple. I heard that he has a flaming body. From teenager until death, by the way, don't you have too many inner disciples in Wuxing Peak? From a little bird, everyone spoke freely under a pseudonym, which made Changfeng feel a little unreal. How could it be so similar to his previous life when he was lurking in the forum? He looked through a few more posts, such as, 8 tips for breaking through to the Grandmaster in the Xiantian realm. I will be going on a long trip to the East region soon. Is there anything I need to pay special attention to? 10 top techniques for maintaining flying swords, etc., and learn some small knowledge. Suddenly, I saw a post gaining popularity very quickly. Shocked, the only true disciple of Tianjiao Peak, the Xiantian realm defeated the Grandmaster, and the peerless genius is worthy of his reputation. Video attached. Clicking it, I saw the video of myself fighting with Huang Shun, and there were a lot of comments below. It's so dazzling. You told me this is Xiantian realm? The treatment of true disciples is really good. You can practice 2 top-level skills as soon as you enter the sect. I'm so envious. I know another senior brother in the realm of Grandmaster. He is senior brother Huang Shun, an inner disciple of Tianjiao Peak. His strength is very terrifying. Indeed, I also know that guy Huang Shun. He is in the middle stage of Grandmaster. His strength is enough to compete with ordinary Tianren realm outside the sect. You haven't beaten Xiantian realm? Senior brother lost to junior brother, and he just entered the sect for a month. A bit. It's embarrassing. Who said that the senior brother lost to the junior brother? When senior brother Qi just entered the sect, he was appointed as the senior brother of our Tianjiao Peak by the Peak Master. Oh. Lu Chuan quit. Indeed, with his temper, he would like it. Unfortunately, there is no chance to control him in the future. If senior brother Qi goes to the Tongtian Tower, he can probably get through the 40th floor. He is really abnormal. In this case, junior brother Jiang of Tianjiao Peak's plan will be ruined. There is no way. Man's plans are not as good as God's plans. Senior brother Qi is so handsome. Looking at these comments, Changfeng was speechless. I don't know which old man just recorded his battle process with a jade slip and posted it on the communication platform. A meat bun hitting a dog. Changfeng looked at the name of the poster and thought to himself, don't let me find out who it is, otherwise I will definitely make things difficult for him. Chapter 27. You are listening at novelfull.audio. There were also people analyzing why Changfeng's combat power was so outrageous under the post, saying all kinds of things. Without reading any more, Changfeng closed the post. after lurking for a while, Changfeng left the communication platform. My methods are basically known to others. No, I must have some more trump cards, otherwise I will feel uneasy. Changfeng thought to himself, continue the simulation, this time try the blue simulation times. Changfeng took out 5,000 spirit stones and exchanged them for 5,000 simulation points. Host has 5,990 simulation points. Ding, consume 1,000 simulation points, exchange for blue simulation times x1. Simulation starts, simulation world search starts, target random blue simulation world. Simulation is about to start. World introduction, this is a ninja world. Ninjas release various ninjutsu through chakra. Powerful ninjas can easily destroy a country. The whole world is divided into 5 major countries: fire, water, thunder, rock, and wind, and some inconspicuous small countries. There are constant wars between the 5 major countries all year round, and people have longed for peace. Genin, Chunin, Jonin, Kage, Super Kage, 6 paths, are the divisions of the ninja realm in this world. Changfeng was stunned and was very surprised. It turned out to be the world of Naruto. It seems that my previous guess was right. In his previous life, although Changfeng did not watch too many movies, animations, and novels, he basically knew about those that were more famous. He had seen the famous Dead Fire Sea. In Naruto, Changfeng's favorite character is Kai Huang, Might Guy, who is known as the Blue Beast of Konoha. This man, relying on his own efforts, opened the 8 gates of Tianjiao, and almost kicked out the finale. In the world of Naruto where plug-ins are rampant, he can be said to be a breath of fresh air. In the world of Naruto, everyone basically uses chakra to fight, and this kind of power is inconsistent with the path that Changfeng takes. However, there is one exception, that is, physical skills. 8 gates of Tianjiao, the strongest physical skill in the world of Naruto, opens the acupoints in the body, burns one's own power, and gains several times or even dozens of times the strength of oneself in a short period of time. It is divided into 8 gates: opening gate, rest gate, life gate, injury gate, endurance gate, scene gate, shock gate, and death gate. The more gates are opened, the greater the strength is improved. The side effect is that it is harmful to the body and cannot last long. When all 8 gates are opened, it will burn one's own vitality. Unless it is absolutely necessary, all 8 gates cannot be opened. Changfeng decided that the goal of this simulation world is to obtain the 8 gates of Tianjiao. If he can succeed, it will definitely be his trump card. Start talent selection. Detect that the host has used the blue simulation for the first time, the talent position +1. Please choose 4 from the reserved talents and the following talents and bring them into the simulation world. Ninjutsu Genius. Blue, you have superb ninjutsu talent, and you can quickly learn any ninjutsu. Class Celebrity. White, you can easily get along well with your classmates. Minority. White, you can add 5 points when taking exams. Longevity Gene. Green, your lifespan will be extended. An extra talent position. Changfeng was overjoyed. The Xianwu simulation system showed that his talent position would increase after his ability was improved. After breaking through to the innate realm, Changfeng also looked at the talent position specifically and found that it did not increase. At that time, Changfeng guessed that he might need to break through the Grandmaster or Grandmaster realm before the talent position would increase, but he didn't expect it to happen now. It turns out that the ability improvement does not refer to the improvement of one's own cultivation, but to the improvement of the ability to make money. You are really amazing, damn system. Changfeng couldn't help but complain. It is always a good thing to increase the talent slots, and he also knows the law of the number of talent slots. After I use the purple simulation for the first time, the talent slot should increase by 1. So, I will eventually have 9 talent slots. When I install 9 7-color talents, who will be my opponent? Changfeng was happy. Without much hesitation, Changfeng chose the 4 talents of Boxing Genius, blue, Fighting Master, blue, Copper Skin and Iron Bones, blue, and Ninjutsu Genius, blue, and started the simulation. 0 years old, you were born in Konoha Village, the land of fire, as a boy. Your parents are civilians in Konoha Village. At this time, the ninja village of the 5 major countries was established a few years ago, and the Hokage was the first generation of Senju Hashirama. 6 years old, you entered the ninja school to study and showed amazing physical talent. In the same year, Hashirama Senju fought with Uchiha Madara in the Valley of the End, and only Hashirama Senju returned. 1 years old, you graduated from the ninja school, and you performed well and were considered a genius among the common people. In the same year, the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, died of injuries, and his younger brother, Tobarama Senju, succeeded him as the second Hokage. 3 years old, without the deterrence of Hashirama Senju, the major powers were dissatisfied with the distribution of interests, and the First Ninja World War broke out. You stepped into the battlefield and began to show your talents. 4 years old, the second Hokage was ambushed and killed when he went to the Land of Lightning to sign an alliance. His disciple Sarutobi Hiruzen succeeded him as the third Hokage. 5 years old, with your superb physical skills, you showed your power on the battlefield of the Land of Lightning. The third Raikage was no match for you and was severely injured and repelled by you. Konoha Village won the First Ninja World War. 6 years old, you have made great achievements in the war and were appointed as the captain of the Umbu by the third Hokage. Konoha's forbidden technique collection, the Book of Seals, was in your care, and you easily saw the contents on it, including 8 Gates of Tianjiao. 17 years old, started to practice 8 Gates of Ninja, and made rapid progress. 25 years old, always practiced 8 Gates of Ninja, and 8 Desolations of Jade Fist, but you did not show your Superkage level strength despite knowing the plot. 35 years old, the Second Shinobi World War broke out, and you led the Umbu to stay in Konoha, but did not go to the battlefield. 40 years old, the 3 ninjas, Konoha White Fang, made a great name for themselves on the battlefield. After the war, Konoha Village won. 41 years old, you naturally gave the position of Umbu Captain General to Konoha White Fang Hataki Sakumo, and retired to the second line on the grounds of having old injuries. 45 years old, practiced 8 Desolations of Jade Fist and 8 Gates of Ninja. 48 years old, the Third Shinobi World War broke out, and Minato Namikaze killed many people on the battlefield, and his Flying Thunder God technique earned him the title of Yellow Flash. 51 years old, the Third Ninja World War ended, and Konoha Village was still the winner of the war. In the same year, Minato Namikaze succeeded as the fourth Hokage. 52 years old, you successfully practiced the second level of the 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist, and the 8 Gates of Tianjiao has long been perfected. You think you are invincible, and the 6 Paths level strongmen are not your opponents. 53 years old, the destined protagonists Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke were born. On the night Naruto was born, Uchiha Obito launched the Nine-Tails Rebellion. In a critical moment, you decisively acted, suppressed the Nine-Tails with one hand, and sealed it back into Naruto's mother's body. The secretly observed Black Zetsu was horrified to see that there was a peerless master like you in Konoha Village. Your appearance completely disrupted his plan. 56 years old, Black Zetsu used Nagato's Samsara Eye to successfully use the Samsara natural technique and resurrected Uchiha Madara, hoping to compete with you. In order to show respect to Madara-sama, you opened the Jingmen, and with one move, you shattered the sun and moon and sent Uchiha Madara back to the Pure Land. Before he died, Uchiha Madara called you the strongest. 58 years old, you were tired of the endless war, and you pacified the 4 countries, and the ninja world was unified. Black Zetsu disappeared without a trace, and its belief in saving its mother was completely shattered by you. It may be that it thought that after Kagaya Otsutsuki was resurrected, it would also be sent away by your punch. 70 years old, the ninja world has been unified for more than 10 years, and peace has completely come to the world. 72 years old, the destined protagonist has grown up, and you have retreated to the second line and no longer ask about worldly affairs. 75 years old, practice boxing and comprehend the Huangting Sutra. 110 years old, practice boxing and comprehend the Huangting Sutra. 120 years old, the world marvels at your longevity and great achievements, and respects you as the savior of the world. 125 years old, your lifespan is exhausted and you die. This simulation ends. Chapter 28. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After the simulation, Changfeng chose Ninjutsu Genius to fill the fourth talent slot. Although it is not very useful in the real world, it is better than nothing. Afterwards, a large amount of perception and experience poured into his sea of consciousness. Except for the Huangting Sutra, which he had no clue about, the other skills he practiced in the simulation world have made considerable progress. The second level of Broken Sun and Moon of 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist was successfully practiced, and the mental strength reached the middle stage of the Grandmaster. 8 Gates of Tianjiao was also practiced to the Great Success realm. As long as he is willing, he can open the 8 gates in an instant. In addition, Changfeng also learned a lot of ninjutsu through his ninjutsu genius talent, including immortal arts and forbidden arts such as Flying Thunder God Technique, 5-layer Rashomon, Impure World Reincarnation, and Darkness Technique recorded in the Book of Seals. It can be said that in the more than 100 years in the ninja world, Changfeng has learned all the ninjutsu that can be learned except for the ninjutsu. That comes with the blood limit. After all, he pacified Shikoku alone, and no one could stop him from learning ninjutsu. Unlike physical skills, ninjutsu can only be released through chakra. In the real world, Changfeng cannot use these ninjutsu because he has no chakra. However, Changfeng does not care. It is just a ninjutsu. If he can't use it, then he can't use it. In the Xianwu world, there are many magical skills. In terms of mystery and power, they are far beyond the reach of those ninjutsu with low upper limits. As for the time and space ninjutsu in the ninja world, Changfeng knows with his toes that they can't be used in the real world. Compared with the Xianhuang continent, the world level and upper limit of the simulated world of the ninja world are too far apart. The time and space laws there cannot be used in the Xianhuang continent. With a thought, Changfeng suddenly thought of the so-called Xianjutsu in the ninja world. Absorbing natural energy and integrating it into the chakra in the body can create Xianjutsu chakra, which can greatly increase the attack range and power of ninjutsu. Why does this Xianjutsu chakra feel a bit similar to spiritual power? Is there something in common? After trying it, Changfeng soon discovered that by using his own spiritual power as a substitute for Xian Shu chakra, and activating spiritual power in the way that Xian Shu operates, he could release an enhanced version of Xian Shu. This is a good harvest, which can temporarily make up for the defect that I have not mastered many magic skills. Changfeng was slightly happy. In the ninja world, Xian Shu has long been practiced by Changfeng to perfection, so these Xian Shu version of magic activated by spiritual power are naturally easy to use with great proficiency. Arriving at the martial arts arena, Changfeng prepared to test the power of these Xian Shu activated by spiritual power version, fire style, great fire extinguishment. A large sea of fire gushed out, covering the entire martial arts arena. After testing several different magics, Changfeng was still quite satisfied. The power of some high-level, immortal arts, can barely reach the blue-level arts exchanged in the sect. 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist is a blue-level fist. Moreover, in the ninja world, there are many types of immortal arts, and most ninjutsu have corresponding immortal versions, which allows Changfeng to master a lot of fancy skills. Immortal arts of the yin-yang escape technique type can increase Changfeng's recovery and endurance. Illusion, immortal arts can cause mental attacks on the enemy. Sealing immortal arts can deal with some special situations. It can be said that Changfeng is equivalent to mastering a compendium of primary and intermediate arts and turning into a small hexagonal warrior. Although these methods are not very useful and cannot play a decisive role in the face of enemies of similar strength, I have a lot more means to bully and mow the grass. And these spiritual versions of immortal arts can save me the cost of exchanging primary and intermediate arts, and also save a lot of practice time. Changfeng was quite satisfied with the gains of the first blue simulation, but the biggest gain from this simulation is the explosive secret technique of 8 Gates of Tianjiao. This secret technique can be said to be my trump card at this stage. and the rest of the gains are just some extras. The novel was taken from the Translat website. Close where you're reading it and support us on our website for more free novels. I think I have drained the ninja world. I guess I won't gain anything if I go there again. This is good, so I don't have to spend 10,000 exchange points to lock it. Changfeng thought to himself, this simulation has yielded a lot of gains. Changfeng decided to settle down and enhance his own abilities. The first thing he decided to practice was the aura version of Yin sealing technique. This technique is a combination of Yin dun and sealing technique. It can seal a lot of spiritual power on his forehead. When his own spiritual power is scarce or in urgent need, he can unseal it. For 3 full days, Changfeng condensed a lot of spiritual power and sealed it on his forehead. Now there is a golden diamond crystal on Changfeng's forehead, which looks extraordinary. After another day of familiarizing himself with various aura version of immortal techniques, Changfeng felt his strength has improved a lot compared to before the simulation. If he fights Huang Shun again, relying on various unexpected techniques and a second level 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist, he can probably defeat him within 10 rounds, not to mention opening the 8 gates of Tianjiao. Don't be too much. Once the gate of life is opened, with one punch, Changfeng probably begs Huang Shun not to die. According to Changfeng's calculation, if the 8 gates are fully opened, there should be no opponent for him in the Heavenly Man realm. It's just that whether his life can be rescued after the battle is over is a problem. I hope the elixir given by the Master is powerful enough. At this time, the sect protection formation reminds Changfeng that he can receive the second month's true disciple reward. Time flies so fast. It has been a month since I joined the Huangting sect. Changfeng was slightly stunned and couldn't help sighing in his heart. However, his strength has improved faster, and he clicked on the panel light curtain in the Xianwu simulation system. Name, Changfeng. Race, human, innate body, age, 16 years old, realm, peak of the innate realm of martial arts, peak of the refining Qi realm of immortal path, skills, Shantian holy body, pink, second level, Great Sun Burning Heaven Sutra, pink, first level, Huangting Sutra, orange, not yet entered. Magical skills, Breath of the Sun, blue, Great Success, 8 Desolations Broken Jade Fist, blue, second level, Spiritual version of Immortal Art Encyclopedia, blue, Great Success, 8 Gates of Tianjiao, purple, Great Success, Mental Power, Mid-Stage Grandmaster, Crushing Fist Intent, Transparent World, Simulation Points, 4,990 points, Number of Simulations, none. Talents, Boxing Genius, blue, Fighting Master, blue, Copper Skin and Iron Bones, blue, Ninjutsu Genius, blue, Talent. Positions, 4, full, evaluation, you are in the innate realm. Do you want to kill the gods with one punch? Chapter 29. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Changfeng looked at his panel screen. As expected, the improved version of the immortal method he used spiritual power to promote reached the blue level, which was not bad, and the secret art of 8 Gates of Tianjiao could reach the purple level. It seemed that it was quite powerful. This kind of secret magic that can burst out several times or even dozens of times its own strength in a short period of time is rare even in Huangting sect. In the exchange list of the sect protection formation, Changfeng only saw a few such as Demon Disintegration Method and Floating Life Ashes. The exchange price of each secret magic is not cheap, and it is very troublesome to practice. These skills have a common disadvantage, that is, they will cause great damage to themselves after use, and even serious ones will die on the spot, so few people exchange them for practice. After all, what everyone practices is to live forever. On weekdays, they feel that there is not enough time to comprehend the skills and improve their cultivation. How can they have the leisure time to practice such life-threatening skills? Changfeng would not use the 8 Gates of Tianjiao every time he faced an enemy. This was a trump card that he had kept in his heart. Once it was revealed, it was no longer a trump card. Now that both the immortal and martial arts cultivation had reached the peak of their realms, Changfeng was a little entangled. Should he practice in seclusion and prepare for a breakthrough, or continue to hone himself in the simulated world and comprehend the skills? After all, he had no clue about the Huangting Sutra, and Qi Changfeng did not want to give up easily. Suddenly, Qin Feng sent a message, "Come to the main peak to find your master. There is something." Qi Changfeng did not dare to neglect it, and hurriedly left the dojo and flew to the main peak of Tianquan Peak. In half an incense stick of time, he arrived in front of the main peak and showed the token of the true disciple. The next moment, Qi Changfeng appeared in the main peak hall with a flash of light in front of his eyes, and Qin Feng was standing in front of him. "Meet the master." Qi Changfeng saluted hurriedly. "No need to be polite. I have also seen the video of your battle with Huang Shun. Not bad, you have improved a lot in this month." Qin Feng was also surprised by Qi Changfeng's rapid growth in strength. "I see that you have reached the peak of both immortal and martial arts. You should be preparing to break through to the Grandmaster and Foundation building realms recently. Don't break through yet. There will be a grand event in a month. I think you can participate and it will be beneficial." Seeing that Qi Changfeng was a little confused, Qin Feng said, "In a month, there will be a sect competition held once 100 years by the 3 major sects in my southern region. It is mainly to see the quality of each generation of young disciples and to show their own martial arts. At that time, the second-level sects in the southern region will also send people to watch. The competition is hosted by Huangting Sect, Tianjiao Pavilion, and Wanhua Medicine Valley in turn. This time it is Wanhua Medicine Valley's turn. The competition is also very simple. There are 4 realms: Xiantian, Grandmaster, and Tianren. Each sect sends 1 person to participate. The competition location is usually in the cave magic weapon. The contestants of the same realm are in the same space. The 3 of them fight in a melee. The final winner is the champion of this realm and will receive a lot of rewards. The battles of the 4 realms are started at the same time. If the contestants of the lower realm win the battle, and there are still battles of higher realms that have not ended, the winners of the lower realm can be transferred to the battle space of the higher realm to assist their fellow disciples in the battle. Qin Feng explained to Qi Changfeng the rules of the 3-sect competition that takes place once every 100 years. Qi Changfeng understood it immediately after listening. After all, the rules are not complicated. Each sect sends 4 strongest fighters of the same realm to participate in the battle. The winners of the lower realm can help their fellow disciples of the higher realm. "Master, after watching your battle video, I have never heard of such a powerful Xiantian realm. You should be able to win the battle on behalf of the Xiantian realm. There is a special feature in this competition. I don't know why the Northern Territories Wanyao Imperial Court also wants to participate in this competition." The 3 sect leaders agreed to this request after discussion. Therefore, there are 4 forces participating in this competition, and it is more difficult to win than before. My Huangting sect has always looked down on those who are born from wet eggs and have fur and horns. Therefore, the sect will reward the winner of this competition with a silver or even gold medal. After Qi Changfeng joined the Huangting sect, he would check various information on the Xianwu continent through the sect protection formation in addition to retreating, such as the customs of different regions, top forces, famous geniuses, dangerous forbidden areas, etc., just as a tonic for cultivation. Qi Changfeng had heard of the Wanyao Imperial Court. The entire Northern Territory is a gathering place for the demons. The Wanyao Imperial Court is one of the 2 top forces in the Northern Territory. Together with the Tianjiao Palace, it has ruled the Northern Territory for countless years. It is said that the Wanyao Royal Court is also connected to the upper world, and is a branch of the upper world demon clan in the lower world. However, the relationship with the Tianjiao Palace is not very harmonious, and the 2 forces often have friction. Qi Changfeng was very moved after listening to what Qin Feng said. There will be a lot of rewards after winning, and the sect will also issue top medals. These rewards are really tempting. You must know that the top people in Huangting sect, it is useless to exchange points for the magic boxing. You also need the corresponding medals to exchange. When your cultivation level is improved in the future, those top spiritual treasures will also need medals to exchange. Qi Changfeng has been envious of those good treasures in the exchange list for a long time. "Master, I am willing to fight on behalf of my Huangting sect in the Xiantian realm." Without thinking too much, Qi Changfeng quickly agreed. "Okay, you take some time to break into the Tongtian Tower and brush up the number of levels, and then I will report your name to the sect. I think it will be no problem to fight on behalf of the Xiantian realm. Changfeng said again, there is nothing else to do. If you have any resources you need, send a message to your master. Changfeng said yes repeatedly. Changfeng waved his sleeves, and Changfeng instantly returned to the front of the Xiaoxufeng dojo. Changfeng still knew about the Tongtian Tower that his master mentioned. It is the place where the Huangting sect tests its combat power. It is connected to the sect protection formation and can be entered through the sect protection formation. According to legend, the Tower of Tongtian is a rare treasure bestowed by the great power of the upper realm. It has its own space and can transform into opponents of different realms. After the challenger enters and defeats the opponent, he can enter the next level. The higher the level, the stronger the opponent. The Tower of Tongtian is a real name system. The final challenge level will form a list. The top 100 in each realm can be seen in the sect protection formation. Before, because of the closed-door training, Changfeng had not yet gone to the Tower of Tongtian. Today, he is ready to see it and brush the list by the way, stride into the dojo and come to the closed-door quiet room. Changfeng's mental power connects to the sect protection formation and finds the Tower of Tongtian. The Tower of Tongtian is entered in person. Before being seriously injured and defeated, the Tower of Tongtian will teleport the challenger out, so there is no danger to life. Each challenge costs 100 spirit stones. There are 100 floors in the Tongtian Tower. The opponents on floors 1 to 10 are at the postnatal realm, the opponents on floors 11 to 20 are at the innate realm, and the opponents on floors 21 to 30 are at the Grandmaster realm. And so on. The opponents above the 90th floor of the Tongtian Tower have the strength of a true immortal. Changfeng checked the list and found that the first on the innate realm list was Jiang Wentian, who was on the 33rd floor of the Tongtian Tower. He had the strength of an early Grandmaster. He joined the Tianjiao peak of the Huangting sect 30 years ago and is now an inner sect disciple. Not bad, it's worthy of being the Huangting sect. There are still people in the innate realm with such strength. But they haven't broken through to the Grandmaster realm for so many years. What are they doing? Tianjiao or even peerless Tianjiao generally don't stay in the innate realm for too long. Therefore, in the once-a-century three-sect competition, the victory or defeat of the innate realm generally depends on whether the sect has received any top Tianjiao or peerless Tianjiao in recent years. This junior brother Jiang is stuck in his realm. Could it be because of this three-sect competition? Changfeng suddenly thought. Chapter 30. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After honing in the Xiantian realm for almost 30 years, reaching the peerless Tianjiao combat power, participating in the three-sects competition, if you can win the Xiantian realm competition, the benefits are not a loss. Moreover, the people on the Tongtian Tower Xiantian list will have extra rewards every month. The higher the ranking, the more rewards. In addition, the Huangting sect will also have extra rewards such as medals in this competition, which is even more cost-effective. After all, the Xiantian realm has a lifespan of 300 years, and consuming 1/10 is not too much, and these 30 years are not wasted, and it should be that he has comprehended the artistic conception. If this is true, this junior brother Jiang is unlucky enough to meet me. Changfeng shook his head and stopped thinking about it. At this time, in a dojo of an inner disciple of Tianjiao Peak, Jiang Wentian was sitting cross-legged in a quiet room in seclusion, staring at the Xiantian realm list of Tongtian Tower. At this time, he was still the first on the Xiantian realm list. Oh, why am I so unlucky? Before the three-sects competition started, such a monster appeared in the sect. How can I live like this? Jiang Wentian kept sighing. Innate realm, it is really outrageous to have the strength of ordinary celestial beings in the early stage. Oh, I can only leave it to fate. I hope he has no interest in this competition, or he can break through to the master level in this month. However, Jiang Wentian knew that this was basically a luxury. There are many geniuses in the master level of Huangting sect. The top of the master list of Tongtian Tower has reached the 44th level. The strength is ordinary celestial beings in the middle stage. He is a true disciple of Wuxing Peak and has entered the peak of the master level for many years. Unless Changfeng loses his mind, he should not break through to the master level to compete with the true disciple of Wuxing Peak. As for not being interested in the competition, what a joke. If you don't take the benefits, you're not a complete fool. After a rough look at the list, Changfeng had some ideas in his mind. He took out 100 spirit stones and chose to enter the Tower of Babel. The next moment, Changfeng disappeared in the retreat room. It is detected that this is your first time entering the Tower of Babel. You are at the peak of the innate realm. This trial will start from the 10th floor. Next time you enter the Tower of Babel, you will start from the level where you failed this trial. The trial of the Tower of Babel begins. Good luck to you. Changfeng appeared on the 10th floor of the Tower of Babel. In front of him was a humanoid creature at the peak of the acquired realm. No nonsense, one punch, and the fist wind smashed him to pieces. The 10th floor challenge is successful. Changfeng was directly teleported to the next floor of the Tower of Babel. From the 11th floor to the 20th floor, no opponent could withstand Changfeng's punch, which was a bit boring. After passing the 24th floor, Changfeng's name has appeared on the innate list, and he has improved at a rapid speed. Changfeng discovered that the enemies in the Tongtian Tower were not all human, but demons on many floors. However, they were all ordinary demons, and the difference in strength between them and humans was not big, so they could not cause any obstacles to Changfeng. Soon, Changfeng came to the 40th floor, and his opponent was a red-spotted leopard demon with the peak strength of a grandmaster. Changfeng mobilized his whole body of blood and energy, and used the shattering sun and moon move, and the red-spotted leopard demon died instantly. There was no way, the difference in physical strength was too large. After wearing the inner armor of the heavenly domain, Changfeng's physical strength could reach the level of a low-grade magic weapon, while the physical strength of an ordinary Grandmaster peak powerhouse was only at the level of a medium-grade magic weapon. Plus Changfeng's several talents, it was normal for it to break at the touch. The use of magic weapons is not prohibited in the Tongtian Tower, but it cannot be activated by external force. With Changfeng's mental strength, all three magic weapons on his body can be activated, but only the inner armor of the heavenly domain can be used all the time. After all, inner armor-type treasures do not need spiritual power to activate. As long as the mental power meets the standard, they can be worn directly on the body. With Changfeng's current total spiritual power, the Moyun Wing and the Tyrant Gloves can only be barely activated and cannot be used for a long time. Although the Re-Burning Heaven Sutra is a top-level immortal cultivation method, the top-level immortal cultivation method is different from the top-level martial arts cultivation method. It can only make the total spiritual power in Changfeng's body reach the peak level of ordinary foundation building at most. Unlike the top-level martial arts cultivation methods such as Xiantianxingdi, the Xiantianxingdi cultivator in the innate realm has a physical body comparable to the peak of ordinary grandmasters and can reach the strength of a medium-grade magic weapon. If Huangting sect disciples can only choose one high-level cultivation method in the early stage, they will basically choose the martial arts cultivation method. Immortal cultivation methods can be used as they are, and they can be changed when they have the opportunity. High-level martial arts techniques can significantly improve strength, but they consume more resources to practice. In many cases, immortal techniques only require comprehension to break through the realm, while high-level martial arts techniques basically require the help of external objects such as natural treasures to successfully practice. Therefore, Changfeng is increasingly grateful for the cultivation resources for the first three levels of Xiantianxingdi provided by his master, which saves him a lot of time and effort. Husband, the opponent on the 41st floor is an ordinary human in the early stage of the heavenly realm. His body has reached the level of a top-grade magic weapon. His spiritual energy is vast and has also reached the early stage of an ordinary nascent soul. Changfeng used the shattering sun and moon move and gained the upper hand with his stronger body. It feels that this opponent is as powerful as Huang Shun's spiritual version of the fairy method darkness walking technique. Changfeng suddenly clapped his hands. This is an illusion-type fairy technique that can deprive the enemy of his vision and plunge the enemy into darkness. The opponent's mental strength has reached the early stage of the heavenly realm, which is much stronger than Changfeng. He broke free from the shackles of darkness in just a moment, but in this moment, Changfeng rushed forward, spiritual version of the fairy method 8 diagram seal. Changfeng clenched his right fist, pressed his left hand on the opponent's chest, and used a fairy method sealing technique driven by spiritual power. The spiritual power in the opponent's body instantly became disordered, and the defense was greatly reduced. Now, Changfeng swung his right fist, and the blood and qi in his body gathered. He used the shattering sun and moon to break the opponent's defense and instantly blasted him into powder. 41st floor, passed smoothly. The opponents on the 42nd and 43rd floors were also at the early stage of the Heavenly Man, and did not cause much trouble to Changfeng. In the 44th floor of the Tower of Babel, a giant ape at the middle stage of the Heavenly Man appeared in front of Changfeng, waving his arms and roaring as he rushed towards Changfeng. Changfeng was not afraid either, and raised his fist to meet him. The two sides fought together, evenly matched. After more than a dozen rounds, seeing that he could not defeat the opponent, Changfeng's whole body momentum surged. Breathing of the sun, open. Transparent world, open. The giant ape's movement seemed to slow down in his eyes, and his mental power sensed the flaws in the giant ape, but before Changfeng could attack, the flaws disappeared. Changfeng's fists burned with flames containing the power of the sun, suppressing the giant ape. It seems that the gap between my mental power and that of this giant ape is a bit big, and the transparent world can't play a role. Changfeng was a little helpless, relying on the bonus of talent and the advantage of physical strength. Changfeng made up for the gap in mental power with the giant ape, but the advantage has not been transformed into a winning advantage. I can't delay any longer. It's not good for me to fight a protracted war. Xingmen, open. Changfeng opened the third gate of 8 gates of Tianjiao, and the golden blood and qi in his body surged, and his breath increased several times. Both speed and strength were greatly improved. Under the dual amplification of sun breathing and Xingmen, Changfeng punched the giant ape and made it spit blood. With another punch, one of the giant ape's arms flew out. 3 punches sent the giant ape back to his hometown in the Tower of Babel. After the Xingmen state was lifted, Changfeng took a long breath and passed the 44th floor. The first 3 gates of 8 gates of Tianjiao are safe areas. After using them, you only need to restore your physical strength. The next 5 gates, each opening will cause damage to the body. The first 7 gates and the 8th gate are even more different. If you open the 7th gate, the shock gate, the body will be seriously damaged after closing, but you can still recuperate and heal. If you open the 8th gate, the death gate, it will burn your own vitality, and there is a great probability that you will die on the spot. However, the greater the cost, the more powerful it is. Changfeng cannot estimate the power after the death gate is opened, and he does not want to know it one day. Sensing that Changfeng is not in a good state, the Babel Tower emits a green light to help him recover to the peak. Not bad. There is also this benefit. This Babel Tower is very fair. Changfeng nodded with satisfaction. I just don't know if the Babel Tower can restore me after opening the 8th gate. Changfeng thought, but he would not be stupid enough to try to open the death gate in the Babel Tower. While thinking, Changfeng was teleported to the 45th floor. What he didn't know was that when he broke into the Babel Tower, there was a commotion outside.